Hello, everyone. My name is Ibrahim Mukaila and I am an instructor with Zacrac Learning. In this video, I'll be showing you how to do inner joins. But before we go deeply into how to do this practically, let's just try and create a context for it. What's inner joins? Why do I need to do joins? Um, in a database, it is ideal to have information about the specific things stored in different places. For instance, I could have information about my customer, like their name, their first name, their last name, their address, their phone number, stored in a customer table. And I could have the kind of transaction they do with me, like what kind of thing did they buy today, how much was it, has it been delivered in my transaction table. But however, when I want to take a look at it, I would like to see them together as one. See my customer and see things related to my customer in a single view. So due to that, we need to start performing joins. When we are not performing joins, there are multiple kind of joins that is possible. We have things around inner join, we have what we call things around left outer join, we have cross join, among any others. But today in this video, we'll be looking at inner join. What does inner join means? So let's see some examples so that we can see this in practice. So I have two tables here. I have an employee test tables, and I'm just going to run a double select so we can see the two. I'm just going to run the two so we can see both. So I have the two here, my employee test, my office test. So let's start with the employee. So this contains the details around my employee, the employee number, the last name, the first name, their extension, their email address. And the most interesting part in this case is the office code. We have who they report to and then their job title. And in my office test table, I have the office code, the city, the phone, the address, and many other things. So now, as for instance, the owner of the business, I want to see my employees, and in the same view, I want to see the office they belong to, the details around the office they belong to. So I need to do a join. However, there could be instances that the employees that I have here and the office that I have here, they are not entirely matching. Maybe an employee, so for instance, we have an office code here that tells which office, the code of the office that each employee belongs to. And in the office test, in the office, each office has a code. I could have some employee that has an office code, and that office code is not in the office table. Also, I could have an office which I don't have their employee in here. So it's possible they don't exactly match each other. So what inner join does is when you use inner join to join two things together, what it does, it takes what is common in both tables and show them to us. For instance, if we have an employee here who has an office code that is not in the office table, it will not show that employee. And also we have an office here which does not have any employee attached to it in the employee table, it won't show that office. Let's see that in practice. So let's start from here. Our employee table has 15 employees. How do I know this? If you check this first, this is it. It returns 15 rows. And our office table return 5 rows. So we have 15 employees um and five offices. Now, let's do this. So I'm going to select everything from what table I'm joining. So I'm selecting everything from employee text. Now, because I want to join it with the office text table, so I'm going to do join and then say office text, and I'm going to put on what do I want to use to join them. To make it simpler, because I have this thing as a long table, I'll just call this office test E, and this employee test as E, and office test as O. Then when I'm joining, I'm just going to say E dot office code equals O dot office code. What does this thing means? This code that I put here. This first line is saying select everything from where? Number one, I'm selecting from this employee test table. I'm now saying join it with this office test table. So it's going to be showing me everything, all columns in the employee test and all columns in the office test that match what I'm about to do. I'm joining. So I can say join. If I say join, by default, it does inner join. And if I want, I can simply just specify inner join here to be sure. But any which one is defaulted. If I use join, it default to inner join. And this last one, I'm saying, how do I join two tables? When you want to join two things, they need to have one thing in common. So they have office code in common. So I'm now saying where the employees test office code is the same thing as the office test office code, will return the columns for the two tables. So let's see what happens. Let's not forget we have 15 employees and we have five office tables. So I'm going to run this. So let's see what happens. This returns 13 rows. Why? We have 15, but it returns 13. What happened? That's because we have some employees who does not have, how do I put it, whose office code does not match what is in the office. What do I mean? Let me do this so that we can simply see this. I'm going to say order by e dot office. Order by, let's say, office code. Let's see. And I run this. Let's see, is this successful? Okay, let me just put e dot office code and just run this. Yep. You see, we have office code of 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So if I run my total employee and I say order, I just copy this and I put it to order by this again. I'm going to take away the E. I just run this. You see, there's 3 here, which we do not have here. So let me run the 3. So let me run this so we can see the 3. So yeah, this is the one, this is the joint. We have 4, 5, 6. If we check the employee, we have 3, 4, 5, 6. So these two has 3. If you go to the office test, there's no 3 here and there is 8 here. So that means 8 is in office but not in employee. Because we are using inner join, it will not show any office code of 8. 3 is in employee but not in office. So and we are doing inner join, it's not going to show any employee with office code of 3. So that's why this 2 is omitted from the employee, and we are now having a result of 13 that is having only 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's how to do our inner join. So inner join simply takes what's common in both tables and shows it to us. If there's anything left in any of those tables and the other table does not have it, then it's not going to show it to us. So that's how to do inner join. And thank you for watching. And if you'd like to learn more on analytics and other data science courses, kindly log on to www.zacraclearning.com. If you find this video helpful, like and subscribe to this channel, and also do not forget to drop your comments.